All right, guys. I want to make this a very important topic and a very important video. And a lot of people are speculating, and a lot of people are thinking that they're making passive income or residual income in trading forex. And so I want to stress this out to anybody that's brand new coming in. It's not passive income, and it's not residual income. It's not money that's going to come towards you or that you're going to get royalties off of trading. You have to actively trade to get your active income because you need active income to pay your bills. Your bills are reoccurring every single month. And so I can't stress that enough for those that are hopping in, seeing all this hype, seeing people like just like what's the word? Trying to be a show off and show all like cash in their hand or what else? I don't know, throwing money in the air or just popping out Lamborghinis and Ferraris and stuff and saying that Forex made all this kind of money for them. And I was like, you got to do your research sometimes. And like for me, I have a consistent profit per day, per week, per month, and and then by the end of the year, I have a salary that I want to shoot for. And so if my goal is to make $300 a day for 7 days a week, that's $2,100, right? And if you take the 300 times 365 days, it's six figures. It's like 104, 106,000 a year. And so if you do that, then you're making six figures, making $300 for 7 days a week. And so that's just a given factor. It's not hard to make six figures a year. A lot of people complicate it because they want to make the money now and they don't understand that they try to make the money now, they're not going to have longevity, they're not going to have long-term goals, and they're not going to have long-term income. And that's the most important thing, right? Because people say they want to quit their job to do Forex. How can you quit your job and do Forex if you're just strictly just trying to be a high risk trader, just trying to like high risk is one of them. People that don't have discipline that come into Forex or even crypto and just gamble all their money away. And that's like their rent money, that's their car payment money, that's grocery money. That's money that they can't even afford to invest for themselves. But yet they go ahead and do it because they think that they're just gonna make a lot of money. The psychology behind that is that if that's the way you see things in life, I'm not talking about business. If that's the way you see things in life, like you want it, you go get it. What is new today is old tomorrow. I mean, that's like in relationships, that's in money, that's in personal and business. I mean, that's all together, right? If you're hopping from, let's just say this. I mean, as a guy, if you were hopping from another woman to another woman, I mean, that's not even long-term sustainment in relationships, right? You're just hopping from one thing to the next thing because she's so hot and she's so pretty, she's good looking, and you just want to do it because that's what you see. That's the same thing. If that's the way you're looking at money. If you want to look at money that way, then that's the wrong reason why you're looking at money. And so there's a different psychology behind your mental state of mind that you should look into if you're going to put your money where it's going to make you money. If you're not looking at that, then obviously you're just trying to put yourself in more jeopardy and more of a higher risk for yourself. Forex, like I said, Forex does not get rich quick. Can you get rich quick? Yes, you can. If you really dive in the hours and consistency of staring at the charts, looking at your strengths, your weaknesses, and balancing them together, your style of trading, so you know exactly what you want to do. And then eventually you can be like, oh yeah, instead of me doing micro lots, I'm gonna go ahead and do standard lots because I can compound, my trades and I can make this kind of money now. And you build your confidence level throughout that. And so back to the active income here, a lot of people think that, trading Forex is residual income. It's not residual income. Whoever sold you that, whoever sold you that hype or that story should, I mean, that's just spam marketing. That's all it is. There's no way I would tell anybody that you're going to make residual income trading Forex. I would never, ever put anybody in that situation. Residual income is so unique that only, only certain things or certain things in business, can produce that, right? Not every business is going to produce you residual income or passive income. I just want to be honest about that. And on top of that, you want to be a stay-at-home dad and stay-at-home mom, and you want to trade Forex like what I'm doing. I mean, do you really need to make a lot of money to be a stay-at-home parent? No, you don't. You just need to you need to find out your budget. You need to and you better keep your budget. And then you better just stay consistent on paying your bills on time with your income. And then eventually if you make enough to leave your job, then leave your job. But you gotta have, you gotta have 6 months backed up, at least 6 months to a year backed up. I didn't just say I was gonna quit my job and then all of a sudden I was gonna make all this money. No, don't happen like that. You might get lucky enough and do exactly what I did last year. Like all of a sudden, like the second month of live trading, I flipped from 350 to 26,000, and then keep the money, and then don't overtrade like what I did because I lost that money. And so don't repeat the same mistakes that I did. I mean, I was being flat out honest. For those that have been following me, you shouldn't be repeating the same mistakes that I've been doing since last year, right? I mean, this is my second year of trading. A lot of people think I've been trading for a lot of people have been thinking I've been like a 5-year or 6-year trader. I'm not even a 5-year or 6-year trader. Last year, I learned a lot from losing money, blowing accounts. And I was like, okay, it's time to get serious. In the summertime, I learned something and I applied that method. I applied that strategy. Okay. And, back to, I said, this topic is more into like people thinking that, this is, passive income, but it's not. You have to actively trade every single day to make your profit, right? And then when you withdraw your profit, that becomes your, the money that you're keeping, so it becomes your income, right? So by leaving money in the account, some people will say that that's money. It is, but if you can't withdraw it, then I don't even count that as money anyways, because it's not, because in what's good of having a broker? I don't care if you have $100,000 in there. I don't care if you have $1 million in there. If you can't withdraw any money, then you're wasting your time trading in that account, or how do I want to say this? Investing that money and making it more money. And you can't withdraw the money that you make. I don't even know what to call that, to be honest. I mean, you're basically just trading for nothing because you can't take the money that you made. And so it's very important to understand that you get into this, you get into Forex or whatever, crypto, and you really want to dive into it and make it like a full-time job. Realistically, you want to turn part-time trading into a full-time income. That's the ultimate goal. You don't want to make a full-time job into a full-time income. You want to make part-time trading, right? If you want to do trading, part-time trading into full-time income. That's the most easiest way I can say it. Do I need to sit down here for 10, 12, 16 hours a day to make that kind of money? No, you don't. You set yourself a budget, you set yourself the risk that you want to take. And if you really discipline yourself on taking money, like taking profit and withdrawing, like pay yourself every week or pay yourself every 2 weeks or pay yourself every month, then that's it. People are falling to this whole hype of saying, I need to make 10,000 a month, or I need to make 20,000 a month, or I need to make 100,000 right now. Instant gratification is going to kill you along the way. And I mean, for those that really, really want to leave their jobs and quit their jobs and do this as a full-time gig, you can do it. You just need to set your budget. How much are you making right now at your job or your profession or whatever your career is, right? And then how much in bills do you have, right? Your income, your active income, right? Your job income, how much bills you have, dive down. And how much do you really need to be conservative and cut down on, whether it could be eating out all the time or, basic stuff that you need to cut down on expenses, and when you figure that out, then you'd be like, man, I don't really need to spend that much to live a comfortable life. So that I can be home with my kids, or I can be home with my wife, or be home with my husband. you know, and then that way you have more time to work on something else, right? Because here's the thing, right? If you're a part-time trader and you're making full-time income, you can take the other time, the other amount of hours, and leverage those hours in other investments and other opportunities to make more money. I mean, that's what I'm doing. Everyone thinks that I'm spending so much time staring at the charts all day. No, there's other things I'm working on behind the scenes. There's something else that I want to do much bigger and much, you know, much of a wider range, you know, than just me being a Forex trader. And what better way of doing it, you know, YouTube is a huge social media impact, but I want to do it much more than that. And so there's a lot of things that I'm trying to dive into for next year. And that's why I said I got into coding, because I want to program my own software EAs and then robots and all the other good stuff. And so there's other things that I want to put into and I want to progress through in the industry. There's other ways to make money besides just trading Forex for yourself. There's other ways to make money in the Forex industry. There is. And when you see it, go ahead and give it all you got. I mean, you dedicate to it, commit to it, and you have to put in action. You have to be in action mode. I mean, you have to like really dive down, put in the work, and study. You practice it, you apply it, and you just got. And when you apply it, you gotta learn from that experience when you apply, so that you don't lose what you apply. I don't care how much you read. I don't care how much you learn. The question is, if you're not applying what you learned and read, it ain't gonna work. I'll just be flat out honest. You're not applying what you read and learned. I mean, that's the most important thing. And so, I mean, you just gotta understand that, you know, things that you know, that trading Forex is active income. I mean, that's what the most important thing is. Other than that, there's another important topic I want to talk about for the next video. So I'll let this one upload and we'll make another one. So thanks for tuning in, guys.